Hey everyone, it's Ryan with Stock Investing and Trading 101. Today we're doing week 7 of my weekly portfolio update as I track my journey to financial freedom and to build wealth. I'm going to be doing this every week. I'm a young investor, 26 years old, and I'm going to continue to do this so I can track my results and show the world, how I'm specifically doing it myself and maybe motivate others to start investing. So today we're going to show my stash and my Robinhood portfolio. There's been quite a few updates to both portfolios, so I'm really excited to show you guys the portfolios. On top of that, I have a new biggest holding in my portfolio, so I'll show you guys what that is, and let's jump right into it. First, we're going to start with my Robinhood portfolio. We're going to start with my stock holdings. So to jump right into it, we have 101 shares of Ford, which has been up about 5% this past week. It's been a very good week for Ford, currently at about $9.53 per share. Next, we have 100 shares of AT&T, along with 100 shares of Realty Income, which is my new biggest holding. I've been buying the dip. Currently, I have an average price, which is a bit high, about $75. I bought in about a week too early. I bought in about right here, and it's been going down pretty much all week, down to about 72. But for anyone who is interested in the stock, I think now is a good time to start averaging into it and looking at it. After that, we have 8 shares of Altria, 100 shares of ACB, 100 shares of Reut, 4 shares of Coca-Cola, 1 share of CLM, 1 share of Starbucks, 3 shares of McDonald's, and 2 shares of FUN, which is Cedar Fair. They're a competitor to Six Flags, and they have a carnival amusement park type of deal, currently yielding about 5 or 6%, and it's a dividend growth stock. Next, I have some options. So as most of you know, I like to sell covered calls against my investments to generate income and lower my cost basis. So currently I'm selling covered calls against my AT&T, Realty Income, ACB, Ford, and Reut positions. So everything that I am highlighting here, these are calls that I sell and that usually go down with time decay. However, sometimes they go up and sometimes they will be assigned. My Ford call is most likely going to get assigned. Also, we have a call on SH, which is a short S&P 500 fund, along with some puts on the SPY. These act as hedges in case there is a downturn or a reversal in the market. When the market goes down, my put value will go up, and that's how I kind of offset and protect some of my gains. Next, we're going to jump into my stash portfolio. So currently it is made of 2 different portfolios, my personal and my retirement account. My personal account is about $9,000 and my retirement is about $6,000. So looking at my personal taxable portfolio, currently I have a return of about $13.50, which I'm quite happy with. My biggest holding is currently McDonald's, followed by Home Depot. These are both currently down about 2% due to some bad earnings and McDonald's having a scandal with their CEO. After that, we have IBM at about $480 invested, currently yielding about 5%, along with Duke Energy, currently yielding about 4%. After that, we have Starbucks and General Mills. General Mills just had their earnings today, and they beat their earnings expectations. Also, we have 3M, Altria, which I've sold quite a bit of my position. I've also moved quite a bit over to Robinhood. After that, we have Pfizer, PepsiCo, and Royal Dutch Shell, along with AbbVie, which is up 22% for me, and I've sold about half of my position to take a little bit of profits. After that, we have Johnson & Johnson, ExxonMobil, and Boeing, followed by Consolidated Edison, which I have just bought relatively recently during a small downturn. We have about $180 in Microsoft, which unfortunately I sold a nice chunk of my position about a week or two ago, and it's continued to go up and make new highs almost every single day. So I may have sold a bit too early. However, I still do have some nice profits on it, and I do have about $700 sitting here in cash that I'm waiting to buy. So I have a little bit of cash on the sidelines in case there's some buying opportunities. So after that, we have Kraft Heinz, Cisco, which I've just bought recently, which is currently up about 5%. Clorox, which I've also been buying recently. We have Coca-Cola, Apple, Costco, Restaurant Brands, which is a relatively new addition to the portfolio. We have Hormel, which is up about 9%. Disney and Caterpillar. I've been selling part of my position in all three of these stocks here just to take some profits because they're all up about 10% in that 10% range. We also have National Grid, which is an international energy company, followed by Lockheed Martin, Chevron, and Walgreens Boot Alliance. After that, we have some relatively smaller positions in my portfolio, like Merck, Walmart, FedEx, which has been getting destroyed lately. They just had their earnings, which has not gone very well for them. We also have Procter & Gamble, General Motors, Waste Management, and Nike, which is just reaching new all-time highs once again today. And these rest of my positions are relatively small at $30 or less, so I'm not going to name off every single one. However, I will scroll through them so that anyone interested can see exactly what these positions are. We got some Shake Shack, which I've just recently bought a really small position in. Moving on to my retirement portfolio. It also holds very similar stocks, just at different weights. So my biggest holding in this portfolio is once again McDonald's, followed by Altria. My Altria is currently up about 15%. After that, we have Duke Energy, Boeing, IBM, Cisco, and Home Depot once again, followed by PepsiCo, Pfizer, 3M, J&J, Royal Dutch Shell, and Microsoft. I'm also sitting on some cash on the sidelines in this portfolio as well, about 600 bucks, and my current profit is about $600, so I'm quite happy with that as well. So then we have AbbVie up about 20%, Starbucks, Apple, Kraft Heinz, corporate cannabis, which is down about 50% for me. So for all my cannabis investors out there, I feel the pain that's out there. Then we have Restaurant Brands, ExxonMobil, Walt Disney, Caterpillar, Walgreens Boot Alliance once again, and National Grid. The rest of these I'm just going to kind of scroll through because I've most likely stated all of these names already, or I've already scrolled through them. One thing that I want to mention to you guys is that I do have my stocks that I invest in, but I also do hold a position in precious metals that act as a hedge against my stock portfolio. So if the stocks go down, typically precious metals like gold and silver go up in value, and that way it kind of neutralizes any losses or gains that I may make. So that's just one thing that I wanted to mention, is that I do have a precious metal position that I'm not including in my portfolio. Other than that, the market's been making new highs. Market's just been rallying, a lot of good news lately, and my portfolios, because of that, have been performing very well. The profits are nice, and at this point, I'm kind of rebalancing my portfolio to take some profits and to reduce some of my risk, as well as to sell overvalued companies and buy undervalued companies. So that's currently kind of what I've been doing with my portfolio and why I've been making so many adjustments. Going back to Robinhood with my Realty Income position, I'm really happy to finally get 100 shares. So every single month, I'll be getting about $23 in dividends from Realty Income. On top of that, I'm going to be selling calls against my position. So I really like Realty Income, their calls. They carry some nice premiums. So, I mean, this one sells for $118 This one sells for $38 and it expires next month. So really good income to have 100 shares. Kind of sucks that right now I'm underwater about 4%, but um, with the dividends and such a strong stock as this is, I'm not too worried about it, to be honest. I could have waited a little bit longer and averaged into the position slower, but I wanted to build a position to start selling these calls. Also, one thing that I just wanted to show you guys is that Robinhood is offering fractional shares. So if you're not already on the wait list, make sure you go sign up to be on the wait list so that when they come out, you won't be one of the people who is still waiting. Other than that, that's the video I got for you today, guys. Sorry I haven't been uploading as much as I would like to. I've been really busy with my business as well as I've just bought a new car and I've been kind of running all around, going to the DMV to title this thing and to just take care of all the things that I need to take care of. So forgive me for not uploading as much as I would like to. So thanks for watching the video, guys. As always, if you have any comments or questions about my portfolio, feel free to comment below. Also, make sure to like the video and subscribe to my channel, and we'll see you guys soon. Thanks for watching.